Booyaka! Well, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, it is I, your boy TJ, and I am out and about in the office, actually, just hanging out. And I thought, let me just come out to you and let's talk about a couple of things that I've been seeing. So today I spent my morning with a guy called Joy Evans, and Joy, he's going to be coming through into the conference, and he's going to be talking about his journey on the Dakar race. And I know that for some people, we actually don't even know what the Dakar race is all about. But imagining driving a bike, like in arid places, right, in the desert and all sorts, and that's what the Dakar race is all about. And I spent my morning with Joey, that's his full name, and I just want to say that it was a really good time that I spent with him this morning. But more importantly, I just connected with him as an individual, and we were talking about all sorts of things about his journey into the Dakar, and like how did it change his perspective of life. Before that, he had been riding on a bike here in South Africa, and he was involved in an accident and he was paralyzed on his entire back. So Joey spent like a couple of, I mean, like his life went by, he couldn't do anything, right? He was on aid on everything, like seriously on aid on everything. He started starting learning how to walk at some point, and he came back, and this is the same guy who finished off the Dakar. And in my view, I was like, "Hmm, this is deep. Like, this is like seriously deep. How do you come back from being paralyzed? Like, para- this is body paralyzed. Like, Joey right now, when he's walking, he's got a bit of a limp when he's walking. But, without knowing who he is, he's still a big guy. He's a bigger guy like me, with big muscle like that. And and he's just a great guy to be around, and you talk about conversations about anything and everything. We spoke some of the stories that he was telling me of some cool things that he was doing in Pakistan, some cool things that he was doing in Morocco. We ended up talking about, some of the adventures, Al Qaeda, and all of those things. But out of all of this, my takeaway um, of actually just engaging with Joy, I started looking back into my life, and I was like, I think me and Joy's life, we're kind of like in parallel, right? And this is the reason I think why we invited him onto the Step Up conference, because how do you step up from being paralyzed? There are so many people that are paralyzed, and potentially you are paralyzed as I speak, you know, and and there's nothing wrong to be paralyzed. It's not wrong to be paralyzed, right? It's just like you have to know that you're paralyzed. And we're not all great people in what we do, or neither are we all perfect in what we do. But I like the fact that, when Joey was physically paralyzed, when he couldn't walk, he knew he can't do that. So he needed support from other people. And I think this is where the danger is with most of us. We want to do something, but we actually don't even look for support. Mm. So another parallel example that I can give of Joey here is when he was down and out, he had people surround him, his family was surrounding him, medical doctors was surrounding him in the time when he couldn't eat. They had to give him food, special food and things like that. We all know people that are sick. Some of you have been sick, like terminally ill like that, and you get to be helped. And for some of us, the paralysis is actually not being paralyzed on the physical, which is the body, but it's being paralyzed in the mind, or it's being paralyzed in doing action. So it really made me to think, when I was hanging out with Joey today, I was like, because we started talking, and, he kind of like said, TJ, being paralyzed, you can deal with yourself because you're paralyzed. So if your leg is broken, you can deal with the leg yourself. And it's got nothing else with anyone else. And I was like, that's deep. Because what happens with, like, I'm no exception to it. Some of our paralysis, right? The things that makes us not going somewhere, they actually hinder other people. What do I mean by that? If let's just say you're a guy, or you're a parent out there, and you're not putting any effort, or should I say you're not putting your full effort to step up, you potentially have a impact on your kids in the way that they step up, because they don't see you pushing. So in their lives, they don't think pushing is enough. You don't need to push. So they don't see the reason why they should push. But here's another thing. You're pushing also in terms of stepping up into the next step. Like, for instance, in this one, when Joyce came back to life, and then he went on to do something that, normal people, like I told Joy, like, you're nuts. 900 kilometers of riding a bike. like I couldn't, I can't comprehend that, but that's me. It's a different sport, right? We're talking about a sport here. But let's think of it this way now. It was a dream that he had. From even like a young age, it was a dream that he had. And with this dream, the dream was set light at a particular time, and he continued in the dream. What do I mean by that? He continued into the dream until he realized his dream. So for some of us, we are paralyzed, and our paralysis can't take us into our dream. So the dream is there. It's like, come, right? Have you ever been like, you're driving, and you're like deep in Johannesburg, and then you're like wanting to reverse? There's that guy that just come in like, what's yeah. You know that guy, ne? For some of us, the dream is like this. That's how it is. The dream is like lingering on. The dream is like showing you things. The dream even come in a dream, right? Like, dude, get up. Oh, chick, you're wasting your time with this guy here. Why don't you jump in with this guy? Because this guy here is big thinking. Or, chick, like, this is what you can do. You can do it on your own. Like, your dream is saying that to yourself. But we are paralyzed. Or we are hanging out with people that are paralyzed. We think we are paralyzed. Boom, mic drop. I'm going to repeat that again, right? I want to repeat that again. So you hang out with people that are paralyzed, right? And you are thinking that you are paralyzed. That is like, you could be asking yourself, TJ, today, why are you talking about being paralyzed? Because I was hanging out with Joy. He was paralyzed before, like 10 years before, and he still went on to ride Dakar. 9,000 kilometers, he finished it. Like a lot of us, we can do it. I can't do it. Like I did say, I won't do it. But here's the thing about being paralyzed. If you are hanging out with other people that are paralyzed, it could be paralyzed here, or it could be paralysis in the action, so they can't do action. Obviously, you're going to be paralyzed as well. See? Or you're looking at it from, they're paralyzed, but you know what? I'm halfway paralyzed. You still are paralyzed. Okay. So how do we look at the dream? You gotta step up. You gotta step up. You have to step up. You owe it to yourself to step up. Right? In 4 days' time, we're going to start the conference. A lot of you haven't joined. I don't know why you haven't joined. There's a free option. You have no excuse. No excuse at all. Right? There is no excuse on why you shouldn't join. Join for free. Come in for free. Okay, fine. Some of you can actually afford. Like, for instance, I said for you to get your VIP ticket, it's 1,997. not only are you getting the VIP, you know, we're going to give you your own section. No, it's about value. There's lots of things that you're going to get. What are you going to get? Jump on the link. There's a link below here. You can jump on it and you can start seeing what are you getting for VIP. Those are the things that you need to remove the paralysis that I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just saying. The conference will go ahead whether you're going to be there or you're not. That's the reality. The train never stops for nobody. When you want to jump onto the train, it might be too late. But I always say to people, it's never too late. Start from where you are. I've been preserving my voice. So COVID hit me a little bit, you all know. And I've been preserving my voice because the cough and the voice has been messing up, so that I can give you my best experience when we come through to the Step Up conference. And that's why I'm not doing a lot of lives these days. I'm just trying to preserve my voice so that by the time the conference kicks in, you know, we can go the whole week, you know, without having any complications. So have you bought your ticket yet? Or have you joined for free? Just in the comments, wherever you are, if you're on Facebook, if you're on wherever, say, yes, I've joined. That's it. I just want you to be there. And if you haven't, why not? Why not? So it is TJ, Tarai Jack. I will check you out where? I'll see you in the conference. Monday, we start. And we're going to start with yours truly, this guy here. So I'll open up the conference. Guys, it's going to be a blast. Take away everything. Make sure that the whole week you are free. You don't have any disturbances from 7 o'clock to 8:30. It's going to be on fire. I know you're going to enjoy it, but it's not just about enjoyment. It's information that can take you to the next step. Thanks, my brother. Someone else has written there. He says, yes, I've joined. Who else has joined? So that's what I want you guys to be prepared. Be prepared for the next 6 days, Monday all the way to Saturday. So Saturday, book out your day. We're going to have 3 sessions on Saturday, in the morning, in the afternoon, and another one in the evening. And the schedule will be in your mailbox for those people that have registered. It's going to be on fire. Like, I don't know what Joey is going to be presenting. I think he's coming in on Wednesday or Thursday. And yeah, he's dynamite. I've heard him speak, and each time I've heard him speak, I've literally had goosebumps. Like, at a point, he got me crying. Joey got me crying at a point. But I don't want to steal a lot of thunder of his presentation that's coming through. So Joey, he's one of the other guys that are going to come through. And let me know in the chat, who are you like super excited for you to see, right? So I say to you, let me know if you have joined. That's number one. And second thing that I'm asking is, who are you excited to be seeing at the conference, you know? And out of all the guys that are going to be presenting, guys, women and men, yeah, same thing to me, you know? So it's all guys. So please let me know, who are you excited? And I also want you, remember, for those of you who are going to have the paid, who are going to be in the paid section, remember to have questions. Don't go to the conference and then you want to think, conference, what should I ask? Ne? Already ask now. Get all the questions already now, right? All of the things that you want to ask already now. And then by the time the conference comes in, already start putting in all the questions. By the time the guest speakers are on the stage, in the private section, where the paid people are going to be, you can already ask. And obviously, you know that the first couple of minutes, they're going to answer your questions. So it is TJ. We'll check you out on the next video. Don't forget to register.